Here is the dog cake topper tutorial. I grabbed modeling chocolate with fondant, 48 grams, and I formed it like a kind of a cone shape, as you see I'm doing there. Then I grab my Dresden tool, and on the side we create one leg of the dog, and then we do the same thing on the other side as well. Make sure they are same height. Now with the other side of the Dresden tool, we're placing like a line through the middle to make his other two legs. That will create his other two legs. Smooth out the lines so you won't have any creases or that could make it look realistic. Then I weighed out 4 grams of the same paste, and I'm creating his fur hair on the chest. I did like a V-shape form, and then I'm just with my Dresden tool creating some fur, and then applying some water to apply this feet. I just roll out some of the same paste into a ball. I weigh them both like around 1 gram. Then with the Dresden tool, I created the dents for his paws. And then for the ones on the side, I shaped them in a teardrop, as you see me doing here. Apply some water at the tip of the teardrop that we just created. And we're going to place it underneath on the side legs of the dog, just as you see me doing here. And we do the same thing on both sides. And then we do the indentation as well for those paws that we just created. And I'm weighing out of some paste to create his tail. I believe it was like 9 grams, if I'm not mistaken. Then just create a tail, just like that. With the Dresden tool, we pass it across to create his fur. And shape it out to the position that you would like the dog to have his tail. And then I just applied a little bit of water in the back and placed it right on the back of the body of the dog. That's my tail, as you see. Just trying to shape it and applying the water. Just apply it lightly. Now I put a toothpick through the body of the dog and I'm creating the head. I took, I believe it was 40 grams, I believe. To create the head. Then I'm creating the part of the nose. And then creating the eyes for the dog as well, with just using my fingers. It's getting its shape. That's the nose right there. And then with the ball tip, I created some indentations the small side of the ball tip, created some indentation for the eyes. Take two small little balls of white fondant and place it on the indentation of the eyes. Then I took some black fondant, roll a little piece, roll into a ball, and then create a thin rope. Just as you see on my hand. Then I apply some water on the eye part and placed it on the top side of the eye, and do the same thing for the other side as well. And remember to do the same on the other eye as well. And that's how it's looking so far. I got a little black fondant as well to do his pupil. Flatten it a bit, roll into a little tiny ball and then flatten it. Apply a little bit of water and do the same for the other eye. And here I'm going to create the part of the muscle. So I'm just rolling to the ball to remove the creases, and then we flatten it and make sure you get a good size to cover his muscle part. Now we place it, make sure it fits. Apply a little bit of water if you could glue on. Then with the dressing tool, we dress them to right in the middle to create the mouth, and then some hair on the side as well. And let's create some fur on the top of his head as well, and on the side, the cheeks. I'm creating some fur on the muscle part as well. Now I took a piece of that same paste to create the eyebrows. Just place it, glue it with a little bit of water, and then with the Dresden tool as well, create some fur And do the same thing on the other side as well. Here you see me with the dressing tool creating the fur for the eyebrow. Now I'm creating the tip of the nose. Just grab a little bit of black, flatten it, and create like a type of triangle shape. I just pinch on the side to get the shape of the nose. Just like that. Apply a little bit of water and glue it on. That's how it looks so far. Now I'm applying a little bit of water on the body part and toothpick and sliding the head onto the body. Now you want to make sure the body it's a little bit dry, so it won't sink down, or else the head will be too heavy and it'll sink down the body. So you want to wait a couple of hours or the day after to make the head. Then here I'm doing the ears part just with a little bit of paste, shaping them like a teardrop, flying it down. And doing the same thing for the both sides. He needs 2 ears. And here I'm making sure it's the right size. I cut off the excess, and then with the dressing tool I'm going to create the fur for his ears. And then with a little bit of water as well, apply and glue it on.